Patients have been shot in the leg at the door at the front door.
I've got a code red by the pool. I've got 5 total at this point.
1 dead and a dozen injured after a mass shooting in Catawba County. Now the search is on for those responsible.
What bothers me the most is when we can't prevent something like this and all we can do is find the people responsible.
The community left trying to deal with the traumatic night.
And so then I got up, and then all of a sudden there was more shooting, and there were 2 or 3 shots fired close.
Neighbors left picking up the pieces in a community rocked by a rare act of extreme violence. Tragedy strikes Catawba County. Good afternoon. I'm Alicia Barnes. Thanks for joining us at noon. So just within the last 15 minutes, Queen City News now learned a $15,000 reward is being offered for information on this weekend's deadly mass shooting. Well, it happened at a home on Walnut Acres Drive. So here's the latest we know about the victims. 12 people were injured in total. Some were shot. Others were hurt as they ran from the gunfire. One man, identified as 58-year-old Sean Patrick Hood, died from his injuries. Investigators say he was the oldest victim, with the youngest being 16 years old. Our Queen City News team has been in Catawba County this morning. Queen City News anchor Will Lewis breaking down the latest information from authorities, and our Savannah Rudisell looking into what neighbors are dealing with today. Let's start with Will as the search for the suspect now continues.
Now, as the investigation continues, we've seen several agencies coming up and down Walnut Acres Drive. They've been here for over 24 hours. The first call of shots fired was received by authorities a little after midnight on Sunday morning. When Hickory Police and Catawba County Sheriff deputies arrived, there were 12 victims. One of them had died here at the scene. That man has been identified as 58-year-old Sean Patrick Hood of Lenoir. Another victim is in critical condition and was airlifted to a hospital in Charlotte, and several others are in area hospitals with injuries. Up to 100 people were at the home on Walnut Acres Drive for a party, and authorities say at least 80 shots were fired from multiple weapons. One of the goals for investigators is locating everyone at the party. They say with a large gathering like this, many didn't live in the area.
For people that were here, and it has been difficult to find those people and to encourage people that might not have the inclination to be truthful to otherwise help us out in this investigation.
Now, investigators say this is a large search area, about 2 acres. They are looking inside the home, in the front and the backyards, and at the yard of a neighboring property. In Catawba County, Will Lewis, Queen City News.
Will, thank you for that. And also, North Carolina leaders now looking and responding to this shooting. Governor Josh Stein released a statement on X saying that he is now praying for the victims and their families and is offering his support for the Catawba County Sheriff's Department. And we also now know the FBI is also assisting with the case as that investigation continues. Queen City News reporter Savannah Rudisell tells us neighbors are still processing what exactly happened.
Now, today marks 2 days in a row that neighbors are waking up to find investigators right on their block. Now, today's a much more calm scene compared to the chaos that they saw late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. There's dash camera video as well as home security footage showing reports of people running away from the scene just as soon as that shooting started. They say some people went into the woods while others allegedly going up to nearby houses looking for help. Officials tell us they believe there are a few people hurt, not necessarily in that shooting, but rather as they were trying to get away from it. Neighbors tell us that they're used to a pretty quiet street, so they weren't exactly sure what the commotion was when it first started.
Our dog just started barking, and I heard boom, 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 like somebody was banging on the door.
It sounded like someone had maybe thrown a firecracker into the front yard. And so then I got up, and then all of a sudden there was more shooting, and there were 2 or 3 shots fired close here.
Sheriff deputies tell us that about 2 hours before that shooting started, neighbors called in a noise complaint on the party. So now they're working to figure out what exactly happened in that time period between them responding to that complaint and from when the barrage of gunfire started. No word just yet as to how long investigators may be in the area. Reporting in Catawba County, Savannah Rudisell, Queen City News.